to have them.
Well, of course, the tournament comes to an end at around 4:30 p.m. this afternoon. We'll be waiting to see who gets the ticket to play in Kenya Open Championship next year. At the moment, of course, Lejirma tied with Isaac Makwa. We'll be waiting to see who wins that. Right about now, I want us to shift gears. We want to get into some athletics action. Remember, we began with athletics, that is with Kibiwot Kandia winning the Valencia Marathon, half marathon, clocking a time of 58 minutes and 11 seconds. And right about now, I'm joined by Barnaba Korir from Athletics Kenya, who is in charge of youth and development. Good afternoon, Barnaba. How are you?
Good afternoon to you.
Welcome
very
to
fine
Scoreline.
today. Thank you very much.
How's your weekend so far?
Weekend is going on very well. Of course, we are here today, so it means that we don't even rest.
What do you make of Kandia's win in Valencia?
Yes, I watched quite a bit, and I'm sure that you saw he ran very fast, and he was very strong. So we hope that that should be.
Yes.
Kenyans have dominated this long distance, especially our marathon,
Yes.
and of course we know also the women have done extremely well this season. So
of course, I missed the world record by a few seconds.
Yes.
So hopefully next time we'll take it from Jacob Kiplimo. We want to get into our conversation this afternoon, and we want to take a look at the 2022 athletics season. We've already begun the 2022-2023 with the cross country.
Yes, we started in Machakos last week, and yesterday we had also one in Kericho. This weekend also we are going to go to Kapsokony, and then eventually we'll continue with other events. We have also marathon next weekend, of course not this weekend, next weekend.
Yes.
We have the marathon, Standard Chartered Marathon, and thereafter we have other events, especially the cross country coming up.
Yes, let's talk about 2022 as a season, as a year in athletics. How can you describe it?
Yes, 2022 was quite good. You know, we did quite well during the Walindo. Our athletes did well. We had also the cross country that went very well. We had the Agnes Sirov Continental Tour cross country. It was a very successful event thereafter. We had also the Nairobi Huru Classic City Marathon, the first one. We had this year. Very successful. And then, of course, we remember the Gipena Classic, the Continental Tour called, that we were given 3 years ago, and it was hugely successful. And then, of course, we had the we had the Commonwealth Games, and then, of course, the World Championships.
Yes. Do you feel like we attained all the objectives that we set for 2022?
I want to believe that we did very well, especially the events that we organized in this country. Because of few gray areas concerning doping matters, especially the Commonwealth and of course the World Championships. Yes, we had a few issues, despite the fact that our athletes did well. There's those ones who managed to do something bad that was also reflected negatively our country. I also did not mention the World Under 20 that was in Cali, Colombia, and of course you see that is our athletes that we have really sent that on to make sure that we develop a continuous supply of athletes, and they will be transitioning to the senior. So I think we did very well as during this year. The only problem that I see is the issue of doping that has really affected us. The problem with that is, when we get athletes doping, it erases the success of others who are clean. So that it portrays Kenya negatively. And of course, if you look at what Kandie did today, it was an excellent performance. Unfortunately, some people will be viewing it differently. That saying maybe, of course we know he's clean, but others now, especially foreigners, will say, how do we know that our athletes are clean? So those are the things that we have to fight and ensure that we clean our sport in this country.
As a federation, Athletics Kenya, what are you doing to probably make sure or ensure that these athletes know the consequences that come with doping?
We have done everything possible to educate our athletes. We have Rule 15, which indicates that countries that are on watch list, we are about 7 now, has to follow such regulations from World Athletics, that's AIU. The Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya, which was started in 2016 because of the SIM, is also pioneering in ensuring that they fight against doping. So we have had education as a mandate. We are only allowed to educate our athletes to make sure that they get all the information necessary. ADAC is responsible for also education, but also they have, they collect also samples, they test the athletes with AIU, and that is their mandate. So we are collaborating with AIU, with ADAC, and of course that we, with World Athletes and WADA, is the bodies that also assist in ensuring that we reduce the numbers, especially in this country.
When you take a look at social media, there has been cry that probably the bans should be longer. Do you feel so?
Of course, I agree with that.
Yes.
Because you see, if education cannot succeed, and the Federation and the government of Kenya is doing everything possible to ensure that we reduce the numbers of dopers in this country, and we don't see the results, then it has to be punitive. We have to find ways and means of doing that to ensure that the athletes understand. But unfortunately, the rules from World Athletics or WADA itself does not allow athletes to be penalized twice. Double jeopardy is not allowed, and that's why we still have this problem. But of course, we have discussion now with ADAC, with National Olympic Committee and Athletes Kenya to see if the new members of parliament can enact a bill that will allow doping to be criminalized. But then it will not go the way of AIU or ADAC or WADA. It has to go through the anti-narcotics framework, so that an athlete who are found to have used EPO can be treated like having used narcotics, hard drugs. So that now an athlete also can be taken to court and charged accordingly.
Yes. We've seen athletes also come out saying that, yes, these are the accusations, and there are those who have agreed that they did so to probably get a lesser ban. Is that the way to go, or there are some who are saying that yes, I did, it's wrong, and I accept the punishment?
I've looked at it critically. Some athletes actually are trying to beat the system because of the economic situation we have in this country. Some of them might be trying to see if they can take the risk. Then if they are good, fine. If they are not good, they escape. So when they are good, then they say, okay, I want some money, maybe about 3 million, 4 million. Then, of course, they will accept to be penalized, and they know that normally they take for 4 years. But then now, if they accept, then it is reduced by 1 year. So I think it is absolutely necessary now for the Federation to discuss with AIU, so that an athlete who have been found to have used, especially EPO and other injectable drugs, cannot be given even a chance to accept the issue of being given 3 years. It should actually be increased. If an athlete has been found to have doped, then that athlete should give information as to where they receive the drugs. If they don't give proper information, accurate information, then the penalty should be double.
Of course, that is a wider, discussion that we need to have on doping. But now, since we are talking about the season that has been, you mentioned about the under-23 team that was in Cali, and you're in charge of youth and development. When you take a look at our youngsters, where can you rate them at the moment?
Sincerely, when I look at the youth, the one we have been training since 2018, we won the World Under-20 in Finland. We also did win the World Under-20 in Nairobi here last year, and we won number 4 this year because of certain issues that are occurred. I look at overall performance of our youth. They have done exceptionally well. We have also been able to continue having discussion with the youth and the teachers and the parents, so that they can avoid using any substance that is not allowed. So we have a team of youngsters that are doing so well. The only thing that we need as a federation, as a country, is to assist them to understand that they can continue doing extremely well without using any substances. They have done so well, and I want to believe that all of them have not used any substances. They have been tested rigorously like the others. None of them has ever been found to have doped, and we want to continue that way to ensure that we focus on them. In fact, last week education started in Kitale, we went to Eldoret, Kericho, and on Tuesday we are going back to Kericho again, and then from there we come to other parts of the country. The issue is we want to focus on the youth. We want also to have integration between the youth and the schools, to have a curriculum so that they can be taught when they are still young. The senior people, then we have to go the hard way to make sure that they understand that they cannot continue to destroy this country when they know themselves that they have an opportunity to be the best without using any drugs. So that they don't destroy the name of this country, then the federation and the government has to come out clearly and spell out the rules and regulations governing them. There's no issue of covering up, so that they can give an excuses. There is no excuse because they are old and they understand the rules that have been given.
You said you've been to Kericho, Kitale, Eldoret, talking to these under 23s. How has the reception been, when you're taking this education to them?
When you are dealing with young people, it is very nice. And that's why I feel so comfortable, because you sit with them and they are open. They are not complicated. They tell you exactly how they feel. They explain what they want to be. They want to be assisted both, financially to get the shoes and everything. The reception is extremely good. And that is why we have been very successful dealing with young people. And we want to maintain that so that as they grow, we will also grow with them and continue assisting them so that we don't have the young people now going the way the other seniors have gone.
Yes, of course. Aside from that, I want us to take a break, Barnaba Korir. But when we come back, we speak about the growth of sprints, because at the moment, sprints has been headlining. People want to see more Kenyans get into sprint. So we take a short break. When we come back, Barnaba Korir from Athletics Kenya in charge of youth and development will be telling us, why sprints in the country has been getting that mileage, and of course, what to expect in the 2023 season.